If I could go for a pint with any single person alive on the planet today, it would definitely be Stephen Fry.
No, don't touch me, you'll give me an erection.
The man has done literally everything. He is an actor, screenwriter, author, playwright, journalist, poet, comedian, television presenter, film director, radio presenter, and broadcaster. As well as a narrator, voice actor, podcaster, columnist, producer, activist, mental health advocate, LGBTQ rights advocate, and so much more. Such as being knighted, winning a SAG Award, Critics' Choice Award, and being nominated for Golden Globes, BAFTAs, Tonys, and Grammys. And none of that is why I'd want to go for a pint with him. Obviously, it's not surprising to say you would want to go for a pint with someone as interesting as Stephen Fry. He's articulate, funny, clearly very smart, and has lived about 17 different lives. But there are loads of people like that. So the question isn't really, why is Stephen Fry interesting? The real question is, why would you want to go to the pub with Stephen Fry? Because I don't think it's just about admiring someone. Take my favourite athlete, Alex Albon. He's an F1 driver, super funny, super nice, super cheerful.
Where are the shells?
Oh, I got one.
There are no shells because it's a fake beach.
I absolutely love him and absolutely think he deserves one of these videos. But what I like talking about as a sports fan is totally different to what an athlete wants to talk about. Alex, have you read any good F1 fan fiction? He's probably like, mate, those are my co-workers. What are you on about? Don't you think Lando looks a bit shit this season? You have literally no idea what you're talking about. And yet, he's totally right. I don't know what I'm talking about compared to an actual F1 driver. For me, F1's a hobby. For him, it's his job. He probably does not want to go to the pub and talk about his job with someone who has no idea what it's like being a driver. When I go to the pub, I want very vibey times. I just want to chill, relax, and have a laugh. So I love Alex Albon, but I think I love him more as an athlete than someone to go to the pub with. So that's the first rule. It's not just about admiring someone, it's that you actually have to have things to talk about.
He called me up and said there's this book called Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. That's what it's called in England. In America, it's Sorcerer. Obviously, philosophers are a rather frightening idea.
Then there's Jorge, the maker of Epic the Musical.
I am the monster, rah rah rah. I am the monster, rah rah rah.
I adore Jorge so much, and I so have to do a video about him at some point on this channel, because I think he's brilliant, and to be fair, I think we could have a very good time at the pub together. I could nerd out about Epic the Musical for hours. And I think he'd actually get involved. He'd probably give loads of interesting behind-the-scenes information, explain little details I missed, and I'd just be sat there like a Victorian child looking at electricity for the first time. But we couldn't just talk about Epic the Musical. At some point, you have to talk about other stuff, like hobbies, interests, or just life in general. The sort of nonsense that actually makes good pub conversation. And to be entirely honest, I have no idea what Jorge's into outside of musicals. Maybe he's secretly into every single one of my hobbies, and we could literally talk all night about them all, but I don't know that. So he can't be the person I'd most want to go for a pint with. You'd still have that awkward time where you have to find out what your common interests are. So the second rule is you need range. You need a lot of things to talk about. This is where Stephen Fry's the obvious shout. Stephen Fry, at his core, is a huge nerd. In the best way possible. He likes learning about things he's interested in, and is really good at making other people interested in them too. Like, I already find a lot of the things he talks about interesting, and Oscar Wilde kind of technology, literature, mythology, all of that stuff. But even if I didn't care about any of those things, I'd still think we'd have a great conversation. Because the best people to drink with are the people that can make boring topics interesting. Apparently, Stephen Fry is into collecting ties, watching WWE wrestling, piloting his own biplane, and collecting teddy bears. I don't care about any of that stuff, but I bet we'd have a great chat about it. This is his talent. It's not just knowing a bunch of stuff, it's being able to make someone go, why do I all of a sudden care about the history of neckwear? And also, I am quite awkward. It would be nice to have someone who can just hold up a conversation quite easily. Because the other thing people do not talk about enough, you do not want to look like a in front of your idol. If I met Jorge and got too drunk, made a stupid joke, said something embarrassing, whatever it is, I would never forget it. I would be in bed 10 years later thinking about it. But I don't think you could really embarrass yourself in front of Stephen Fry.
Permission to sing boisterously, sir.
If you must.
Row, row, row your punt gently down the stream. Belts off, trousers down, isn't life a scream?
Stephen Fry is a gay, neurodivergent, well-spoken Englishman who grew up in the 1960s. He must have had a bloody rough time of it. I just think after going through all the stuff he's gone through in life, there is no way he'd be judgmental. All the stories online corroborate this. It's just him being a really nice person. I think you could say something completely stupid and he'd just go along with it. Oh, you collect ties. I've worn ties before. Oh, f*** off. What a fucking stupid thing to say, you useless. But I bet Stephen Fry would just be like, well, that's the interesting thing, isn't it? Do we wear ties because we like them or because society has decided they represent seriousness, authority, and respectability? And I just sit there like, yeah, that's what I meant. So yes, Stephen Fry is smart, funny, and wise. But more importantly, he is a massive nerd. He has rage, he's easy to talk to, and is kind and curious. And I think he would make you feel a lot cleverer just being around him, which is one of the nicest things a person can do. And I think that's all you really want when you go into the pub with someone. You want someone who can talk about anything, someone who can make you laugh, someone who can teach you something without making you feel stupid. So, if you're watching this, Stephen Fry, want to go for a pint? I'll buy the first round. That's the end of the video. Subscribe if you want to hear more about genuinely nice people, and thanks for watching. Bye.